Hi guys, welcome to Terror Talks World News channel. I wanted to come on real quick. I haven't seen the news today. I was like, what was I doing? Oh, I was studying some new thing with Tara. But I wanted to come on and pull some cards. So last thing I heard on the news about the war in Ukraine and Putin was, Putin is saying basically anyone that provides weapons to Ukraine is going to be seen as kind of contributing to the war against Russia. So, tread carefully, because we're going to see it as like you're in opposition to Russia because you're providing them with the weapons. So, a bullying tactic. And of course, even Germany now is providing weapons to Ukraine, which is quite interesting. This whole Putin thing, this whole war in Ukraine has led me down kind of a rabbit hole. And I don't know why, but I've gotten into like this whole history thing in World War II, and that was Germany, and that was the against the Jews and all that kind of stuff. So it's interesting that Germany now is giving weapons to Ukraine to fight against Russia. So I can't quote the whole history of it, but Germany in World War II, and if you are a history buff, you'll know the reference. Probably more than I know what I'm talking about, because I channel half of what I'm saying. But and what I did see also now, if well, I was gonna look it up, but I'm not gonna look it up because I just want to do a quick video. So now Russia is making aim at the UK, at London, is it the United Kingdom? Okay, let me look, because I'm not geography buff. Okay, hang on, because I have to I get things off of pictures. Okay, map of Ukraine. Okay, this is what I needed. Let me see here. Well, anyway, they're threatening. Okay, the United. Okay, this is good. They're threatening the. Okay, hang on a moment. Let me double duty it. They're threatening, the United Kingdom, London, that section of the country. Now, they cut off, I guess, gas production. Oh, wow, that looks really creepy. Looks like I have, like, 5 glasses on, in my view. So anyway, here's Ukraine, yellow, and then it goes Poland. And remember, Ukraine is the size of Texas. So then it goes Poland, and then it goes Germany, which is now sending weapons, I guess, to Poland to go to Ukraine. And then comes, I can't see what that is. Who is that? Netherlands, and then over there, then past that water is United Kingdom and London. So they cut off, I think, gas to Poland and Bulgaria. So the purple and the green here. Okay, here's Ukraine. And the big red here is Russia, which is really big, but not livable land. Not all of it. So, they're threatening, okay, so the big red over here, Russia, is threatening this little yellow, which is even smaller. I thought United Kingdom, the UK, London. You know, you think of it as such a big place because people go and visit there. But I guess, you know, it's way smaller than Ukraine. So I don't even know what state it would be as big as. But anyway, so they're threatening to possibly send missiles there. So that's what I wanted to check on. And I was thinking when I saw the map, now that I'm half blind again, I have to focus my eyes, that would be a strategic move militarily. Not that I'm ever been in the military, but because if they, let's say they did send a missile and bombed the UK, United Kingdom, where London is and all of that, which is very popular, you know, tourist place, then they would be kind of on the other side of Poland and Germany, and here's Ukraine. Okay, so they would be on the other side, so kind of like circling everything. And if they cut off gas, sending gas, I guess it's gas or gas oil, I'm not quite sure, but the gas line to Poland, which is here, and then there's Germany, and then over here is UK. If they start to bomb you, the UK, because they can't like drive, they'd have to take ships to get over there, you know, it's not like they can drive right over like they do from Russia to Ukraine, so they'd have to bomb it. That would be a strategic move because they would surround, you know, Bulgaria, Poland, and Germany. And, you know, maybe because of World War II, maybe they want to get back at Germany. You know, again, I channel a lot of things that I say. So, and by channeling, it's what my intuition is telling me to say to you, okay? So I'm not a history buff, I'm not a politician, I'm not a psychic, I'm just a highly intuitive empath. I have clairvoyances, which means I know things without having any kind of reason to know things, whatever. So this is what I'm doing this video on. Now, another thing, just as a aside, kind of as an over thing. So I want to ask the cards about that. Like, is there going to be bombing of the UK by Russia? And if so, that's what I should check too. Is the UK in NATO? Is UK? I would think it would be in NATO. It is a founding member. Founded in 1949. So the UK, according to the internet, which I can't always believe, but according to the first site on the internet, it helped found NATO. So it is. So if it did that, that's World War III. Now, I was watching another tarot reader. I don't know if he's a reader. I'm sure he reads, but he does a lot of teaching on tarot and esoteric things and the Thoth versus the Rider-Waite. And he mentioned in one of his, just quickly mentioned that the major arcanas in the tarot deck are part of, there's 22 major arcanas, and it's part of the book of Revelations, which is 22. He just mentioned it in a quick sentence for whatever else he was talking about. And see, this is how my brain works. Like, it gives things like that and things that I see on the news go in my brain as like an intuitive hit, which leads me down, either gives me a vision, like a movie screen across my mind, like a knowing, like a commercial for something. So it was like a commercial for something, but this was like a hit to look into this, okay, which led me on this rabbit hole, and which led me to my hermetic tarot deck, which is this. And this has to do a lot with, if you're not a tarot person, it has to do with the Golden Dawn and Kabbalah and the Tree of Life and that, which kind of all connects in a roundabout way to the Book of Revelation. So anyway, the reason I'm saying this is because, and then I watched this 2-hour video on YouTube. Well, I watched the Book of Revelations in 10 minutes on YouTube, and that was kind of like, kind of gave me an overview. It did give me a kind of broad overview. Then I watched a 2-hour video on it, and that was like kind of a, okay, different kind of take. So then, when I don't know something, I look for those books, like, oh, I packed up all my books, but a Dummy's Guide to something, you know, the Dummy's Guide, and they do have a Dummy's Guide to the Book of Revelation, so I put that on my cart in Amazon, so I might get that book. But in the Book of Revelations, okay, so what I was on that 10-minute video, and kind of on the 2-hour video, it was interesting, and it kind of led me to think, like, we are fucking in the Book of Revelations, like, right now. And I guess it's in the Bible, at the end of the Bible, that Catholics don't talk about, because it's kind of like scary, because it's like Judgment Day is going to come, and if you've sinned, if you've had malice. Now, I view sins differently than like the commandments, or I have 10 different commandments than the 10 commandments of the Catholic Church. I wrote a book, hasn't been published yet, wait for that, but I view it a little bit differently. And so when I'm talking sins, I'm talking like severe malice, like mass murderers, or killing someone to inflict severe harm, like not a passion, even though that would be bad, but just you know, torture, like the soldiers are doing to the civilians in Ukraine. Okay, just like severe stuff as far as sins go, where you don't go to heaven. So there's going to be Judgment Day, and the people are going to go to hell and stuff like that. And some people, you know, if they apologize and confess their sins and ask for forgiveness, some things will be forgiven. You know, if you you know, like told little white lies or whatever, you know, if you were an asshole, but you didn't really hurt anyone, you were just a fucking asshole, you know, and if you apologized and accepted that, you know, I'm a fucking asshole, you know, I shouldn't have said that, and I hurt their feelings, but, you know, if you apologize and ask for forgiveness, you will be forgiven and go on to the, you know, life of whatever, perfection and the glory of kingdom of God or something, you know, in the end of Book of Revelation. So, but it's a little scary, you know, because then people have to face their truth, face how they've lived in this life. So this is the rabbit hole that I went down, and I was like, we're fucking, I don't know what chapter we're in, but we're fucking living in this. And you know, they've always, not always, but I know I have a biological sister I found years ago, and I was put up for adoption when I was like 3 months. I was with my biological family, and then I found my biological family again when I was like 26. So anyway, she was very religious. I don't know what religion she was in, but she was always like, you know, God's coming again, you know, the end of the world is coming, and that was like years ago. My kids were like 10, so that would have to be like 16 years ago. You know, it was the day was coming, you know, the end of the world was coming. But I don't know, it's getting real friggin' close, you know, according to like the Book of Revelations. However, time, just, you know, time in spirit world, time in God's world is there, it does not exist. So I mean, it could be another, like, you know, 20 years, 50 years, you know, maybe not even in my lifetime, that the end is. happens, where Judgment Day comes. So anyway, and I've never read the Bible, so, but I was just like, we're living in the Revelations, you know. And I was at the laundromat, and things were happening on the news, you know, on the TV, and me and this lady were shaking our heads, and she was like, the world's gone crazy, you know, and things are so bad, and it's in every state, and I was like, we're in the book of Revelations. And she's like, she's like, yeah, she's like, we're living it right now. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I think too, you know. I'm like, I don't even know the Bible, but I think so. And she's like, yeah, she was a very Bible person. She knew about the book of Revelations, so, I bounced it off of her, and she agreed. So I'm sure she had more knowledge to the Bible and the book than I did. I just kind of knew she probably would know. So I threw it off of her, and she's like, yeah, we're living it now. So, but anyway, so as I was reviewing my Hermetic Tarot, which there's different cards in it that reminded me of Putin. And so that's why I have my little notes here from what I took when I was reviewing that deck. Oh yeah, I'll need to put my glasses on to read those notes. But so if those cards come up, I'm going to shuffle the Epic Tarot now. I shuffled the other cards, my Cardamus cards, but I'm going to shuffle this, and I'm just going to let a few cards fall out. Let's see, or 17 minutes. I didn't want to try to make this too long, and I was just curious to see if any of these cards come up where I was like, this is kind of like Putin. Now, with all that being said, in the end of the world I'm talking, when, let's say if God comes back and, people deal with their karma, have their judgment, go heaven or hell, whatever. Ultimately, God wants us to have compassion over people, to have joy in our life, to love, and to be happy. Like, that's really all He wants us to do. With that being said, now I also did see that I didn't look at the video, but I guess there's videos out now about Putin, shaking, having, is it Parkinson's, maybe? But having a severe illness, his health is waning. Don't let him carry around that suitcase that you hit the button, for the nuclear bomb to go off. You don't want someone with Parkinson's holding that thing. So that's a scary thought. But, and when I say this, just hear me out for a second. I think there's something in the Bible where it's like something about, like, I don't even know what the quote is, but something about they do not know what they do, or something like that. You can leave it in the comments below, because I know I'm fucking it up. Whatever that comment is, like something about, like, don't judge them because they do not know what they do not know what they're doing. Like, and the doctors did say that his medicine could cause him to be not rational. Now, he might have been egotistical, narcissistic, evil, malice to begin with. I don't know, So that didn't help him. But God just wants us to have compassion over people. So depending on what kind of person he was prior. Now I know I saw something, he grew up poor and all that kind of stuff, but everybody has their story, everybody has their pain. But if he really doesn't know what he's doing because of an illness or the medication, well, first of all, he should be taken out of power because he's unfit. But that's just something to think about as far as compassion goes. Now, don't take it the wrong way. Don't get it skewed. Now, the soldiers, that are following his orders and doing all these other nasty, malice things, killings, rape, stealing, just, you know, bombing churches, bombing places where they know civilians are, bombing hospitals, bombing, they bombed something else that was really, like, important. There was something else, but then bombing, like, where the pathways for the civilians to leave, like that's unexcusable. Like, that's, like, you know, oh, sorry, God. No, you're not forgiven for those type of things. That's severe malice. Those type of things, no, you go down, not up, I feel. Oh, and you know, another thing that I did look up, which is kind of an interesting thing, because the overall arch here with Kabbalah, Tree of Life, God, is religion. Now, a lot of people think tarot is taboo. I'm thinking if you're watching this channel, because it's called at Heaven's Door Tarot, that you're probably not thinking tarot is taboo. I looked up the religion in Russia. Like 1% is Catholic. Like less than 1% is Jewish. Less than 1% is Protestant. I wrote it down. Oh, I forgot where I put it, but I think 53% is an Russian Orthodox, whatever that is. It's not the Bible that they go by. They go by a different kind of thing. And 27% is non-religious. Not atheists, but maybe claiming no religion. So that's 70, 80, 90, 50, 60, 70. So like over 70% is a religion that is not Catholic, not Jewish, not Presbyterian, not Muslim, although Muslim was more than Catholic and Jewish and Presbyterian, but most was this Russian Orthodox or non-religion. None. Which I'm going to say is the problem. Okay? Is the root of the evilness. Not to be so judgmental, but I believe we are in a time in this world where it is good versus evil. And it is just playing out with this war in Ukraine. War from Russia. With the good versus evil. Now my battery is dying. So I'm going to have to change it. And then I will pull the cards and we should be done then. And it's 24 minutes. So hopefully we'll just do another 5 minutes. And I'll read the cards. And as many fall out, we'll just keep it quick. And we'll see what's going to happen. The question is Russia going to bomb the UK? Okay, I am back. Alright, so let's see. What can you tell us about Russia going after or starting a war with UK? I don't even know what kind of military they have, or, well, they have NATO. And I think the world is very carefully watching what the United States does. So if anyone has any criticism of the United States or how much money they've given to Ukraine or anything like that, just think about anyone who ever wants to start a war with the United States. Just see how we react when it's not even us. Imagine if it's us. I mean, we've trained them, we've given them weapons. So, I mean, it's, they're watching other places. Okay, so, these are the cards. These are all the cards we're going to get. So, we have the High Priestess. Now, this was the card I read wrong last time. So we're looking at a book from Spirit and the book that has blood in it. Now, the High Priest, okay, yes, okay. The High Priestess, okay. So in the regular tarot, there's two pillars in the High Priestess, and one is this white pillar. I guess it's the white one. I'm not, and this is the black one. We'll just say, not race or anything. It's just the color of the pillar. So the one book will say is one pillar, and that's the pillar of Spirit. That's the pillar of mercy. Let's say on Judgment Day, mercy. This one, let's just say, is the black pillar. And there's light and dark sides to everybody. There are positive and negative aspects of the personality, and that's what the pillars kind of are. So the white pillar, I mean, I could be reversing them, but I don't know. Is this one with like Spirit coming out of it, and this is mercy during Judgment Day. And then this is the black pillar, and this is sovereignty. And that is, okay, this is the bloodshed. This is like when you die or you get killed, blood comes out. So this is the severe punishment of what happens in Judgment Day. So it's like heaven and hell is what I'm seeing today on this card with the High Priestess. And I am looking at my notes because I did just study my Hermetic Tarot. Okay, and the High Priestess is in between heaven on the Tree of Life. It's in between heaven and, well, it's in between our higher knowing and our heart, which is our like our love, our compassion. Okay, so but God is going to decide, is he going to have mercy on us, or is he going to bestow the critical judgment? Okay, but what is going to happen with Ukraine, with UK? We have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, well, this is a gain, a money gain. So if they go after Ukraine, there's going to be success, I'm assuming, with if they go with UK, United Kingdom. I didn't mean Ukraine. UK will be successful, not Russia, because the Ten of Pentacles is also about family, lineage, generations. This is NATO, has been around for generations. What I say, I don't know what date, whatever I said before. So a long time. So UK is going to rise up and flourish with all those flowers and stuff. So I say it would be a bad move on Putin's part. I have the book because I don't have my sheet, so I could tell this is a sitting dragon. I think I know by now. Okay, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords. Now I know what the Four of Swords means, but I'm looking at my book with the Hermetic Tarot because I want to see how it relates to Putin. So the Four of Swords, okay, is the Lord of Rest after strife. So after this happens, if they do go after Ukraine, and shit happens, bombing Ukraine, I'm not saying with a nuclear weapon, because I don't see that happening because it wouldn't be good for anybody. And I don't think Putin even wants to eliminate himself, you know, because in his delusional mind, he wants to be the conqueror. So why would the conqueror want to have a nuclear weapon? Because if he does, then they're gonna nuke. Then we in the NATO will nuke back, or we will, because we're the highest, have the highest weapons besides Russia. I don't know if they're second, but I know we are one of the highest nuclear powers. I don't know if Russia's, I know is one of them. I don't know what the order is, or who else there would be, but, you know, we'll just take everybody out if we start using nuclear weapons. So, if they just, if they bomb the UK, we will, like I said, with the Ten of Pentacles, we will have success, and then after success, we can rest, because, unfortunately, Russia may be no more. Like I said before, if I were Russians, I'd get out of Dodge. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Ooh. Someone's up hiding in a tree. Two of Pentacles. Lord of Harmonies. Okay. In the Hermetics, this is the balance of life, okay? Mood changes. Now, if someone is hiding up in a tree, could be Putin. Yeah. The Russian soldiers, Putin, everybody is chased away, okay? Because moods are going to change. Maybe even among the Russians. Because there was protest against the war in Ukraine. So even though how I made that spiel about there's no religion in Russia, but there are some people who have good morals and did not believe in to go after Ukraine. So, but those who have are going to run up a tree and try to hide, because moods, and even the good people in Russia, everybody's going to be against anyone who has gone after the UK, Ukraine, even Poland, with their, messing up the energy source, cutting off energy to Poland and Bulgaria, which my mind's eye is seeing now. Not only are we going to have to give money to Ukraine, we're probably going to have to give money to Poland. Now, I don't know, is Bulgaria part of NATO? You can look that up. But if they are, they're signing another check to Bulgaria. Biden. And again, I know everybody's like, okay, we know Ukraine needs it. But now when you're going to give money to Poland for oil or gas, what about our gas? Like, we need money. And just keep writing checks. Just keep writing checks. Checks to the people of the United States, please. And then we have I think this is in the first page. This is a sitting dragon. Who is the sitting dragon? Here it is, first page. This is what I gotta check. I really need to memorize these. That's hard with my lupus brain. Okay, sitting dragon is the knight. Well, I know the queen is the phoenix. I must not ever pull a page because he's the unicorn. Okay, so the knight and the king are the one that messed me up. So the knight is the sitting dragon. So this is, okay, so this is the Knight of Pentacles. Alright. Knight of Pentacles. Lord of... Okay, Lord of the Wild Land. So he is the warrior. The messenger of riches to come. The patient one. So it's going to take some patience. It's going to take some time. But we are going to, if they go after the UK, I think if they do bomb the UK, I think it's going to be nipped in the bud pretty quick, is what I'm hearing. I'm going to pull a Cartomancy card from my Mystifying Oracle. Like, it looks like on a Ouija board. First I was like, oh, should I get that? Okay, one came out very quickly. The Ace of Swords, which is, swords are God's truth. Ace of Swords. Let's see what the aces are in this. Ace of Swords. Justice through struggles. Yes, this is the Crown of Hathor, whoever that is. In the Hermetic Tarot. So swords. It's justice through struggles. Yep. So we will have justice in the end. I will try to take a picture of the cards so you can at least see the spread here. And hopefully this hasn't been too long a video. So that's my take, or that's the cards' take on if we do not, if Russia bombs the UK, which, like I said, militarily speaking, if you know, could be a good tactic. Now, we all knew Russia wasn't backing down. They were just rearranging themselves to kind of come from this side, you know, to corner Poland, Bulgaria, Germany, and then there's a little river or ocean or whatever, sea there, and then there's UK. So go after them. But if they do that, you know, that's NATO. So I think if they bomb the UK and NATO, then now, okay, you have to bomb back. You know, an eye for an eye. If they send missiles, we send missiles. If they send a bomb, we send a bomb. I'm not talking nuclear bomb. I'm just talking like a missile. So if they see missiles coming, and now remember, Germany is sending military weapons to Ukraine. Okay, I felt that was very interesting. Now also Sweden and Finland, who have been neutral. There's little spots next somewhere near Russia. They've been neutral. They don't want to take sides, but now they're signing up to be in NATO because they're like, if Russia decides to come after us, we need help because they're seeing what the United States is doing. So they're signing up to join NATO. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is what I heard on the news. You know, and sometimes I just hear things as I'm doing dishes or, you know, taking care of, feeding a pet or whatever. So, but I think I heard that, and I heard that it's gonna like speed up. They're gonna speed up the stuff because it's a process to get into the club. But I think they're gonna speed it up. Okay. And I would do that too because I think Russia counted on that Sweden was kind of a neutral territory, and maybe Finland too. And I think he might even sent like his kids or his ex-wife or his wife there somewhere. I don't know, or his lover. I don't know. But I think both those places are connected to Putin himself. For just intuitively, I'm thinking that. Could be wrong, but that would make sense why they would speed up put them in NATO, because Putin can't go there, you know, like but then I don't know how that would work. Well, maybe he'd be exiled. Maybe if they found out his ex or his wife, I don't think he has an ex, but he has a wife, he has a lover, and then he has his kids, maybe they would be exiled from there if people found out they were there. something like that. I don't know, but whatever. That's family drama. So that's my take on that. So we'll have to just see what happens. So leave a like if you like these videos. I'll continue to do them as I see fit, as I see a need that is significant enough. And again, my energy, I'm really trying hard to get these videos out, and I kind of have a setup now where I can just screw my camera on, and it's, you know, I got my background, so I can do it. It's a little easier for me to get to than where I have my Terra table. So I try to make this easier on myself to get to it, to do videos, but that's a personal problem. We don't need to know about all that. So anyway, to have a good day, have a good weekend. Oh, and today is Friday. It is 3:20. I don't know if you could see that. Okay, so Friday, April 29th, 3:29. Oh, 3:21. All right. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye. Thanks again.